How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Pratik Cherian.
And I'm Omar Darwish.
And welcome to our review of WandaVision, Episode 3, Now in Color.
Now in color.
So, Omar, there's so much to talk about in this episode.
Yeah.
But in the interest of keeping it spoiler-free, outside of the spoilers, how did you feel about the episode?
At first, I thought, I'd say the first act of the episode, I was like, man, are we really going to keep dragging this on the way we are? And you really don't get much until the end, as far as continuing the story. But I really liked it. It might be my favorite so far just because of what we do get revealed. But I'll save that for spoilers.
Yeah, I think overall, starting out, and I'll preface this by saying that the way it ended and all the spoiler stuff kind of pushed all of my thoughts out of my head for now, so I'm trying to gather myself.
Same. I was like, oh, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this. Hold on.
Right. Reset, hard cut.
Yeah.
No, but I thought that, it definitely felt like we were settling on, okay, I know what we're doing. We got the Brady Bunch intro. It's all right, with 70s sitcom, here we go. I kind of know what we're doing. Here's the familiar beats, the laugh tracks. All of that felt so familiar, and it was good, but it was a lot of the same good that we talked about from the last time.
It was familiar but different, but I get what you're saying, and I feel like the writing wasn't as clever as it was with the 50s and 60s episodes. With this one, it was a little more just kind of in your face with how 70s it was.
Yeah, I get that. I think that it's just because the 70s is fresher in our mind. We're more familiar with that versus 50s and 60s, but who knows?
In this episode also, Wanda and Vision have more screen time. Or I guess they have the same amount, but the surrounding cast doesn't have as much screen time.
Right, yeah. Everybody else barely factors in. It's really...
it's centered around them for sure.
It's WandaVision and then Geraldine for parts of it.
Yeah, for parts.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I mean, I thought it was a good episode. I laughed, maybe not as much as in the first couple ones, but there were definitely funny parts to it.
There were funny parts. It seemed to veer more serious, though, for me, like this episode anyway. Because they would cut away more to how some more serious aspects of what might really be going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, and there's definitely, I don't think this is spoilers, but there's definitely you can tell that Vision's putting it together in his head. He brings it up more. He's curious about things more. In the first ones, he could have been in on it for all we knew.
Since you brought up Vision, I don't understand I don't know yet if Vision is just a part of this whole illusion that Wanda seems to be creating, or if he's real. Because he gets scenes by himself, right? So if Wanda doesn't even know what's going on with that, then you would assume that he's real, right?
I was thinking about that a lot as far as how does this work? Because we definitely get aspects that away from Wanda and Vision, the townspeople know more than what we see on screen. We get that impression. And so, the question becomes, how much does Vision know? What exactly is Vision? I mean, there's a larger philosophical question about what is real. What does real mean?
What is Vision?
Well, just what is real? What does real mean? Is he real or is he not? What does that even mean? But that's besides the point.
The fact that he has the Mind Stone in his head makes me feel like he's just manifested, but I don't know.
Because that was destroyed. So is he just Wanda's memory and imagination brought to life, or is there something more? Can that stay alive?
Yeah. All right, so I think we both agree it was a good episode. So if you want to stay spoiler-free, watch the episode. If you were only going to watch episode 3, watch it.
Thank you for staying tuned for the first 2 minutes, because we can't contain ourselves.
Yeah, we can't. We're going to get into spoilers now, so spoiler warning.
Right.
Fair enough? Time to run away and pause? All right.
What the hell, dude?
All right, so is Geraldine a member of SWORD, or you think SWORD just sent her in there? Or is she created from Wanda and she got out of the breach? She wasn't real, now she is.
I want to say that because we had it confirmed before that the actress playing Geraldine is the actress playing Monica Rambeau. Mm-hmm. So we assume that's Monica. I assume there's some sort of powers involved. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, she's an agent of SWORD. Okay. Because when she came in, she didn't know why she was there. She wears that sword necklace.
Don't you think an agent of SWORD would know why they're there? It seemed like Agnes knew more about her being there than she did.
So there's questions about what happens to your memory when you go in there? When was this created? These people that were there, did they just happen to be there and Wanda set up shop where they were?
Yeah.
Or did they enter in separately? Again, it's kind of like what we touched on the last episode. Who's actually in charge here? Because if we go with my theory that Sword is just monitoring, they have no idea what's going on, then no, it makes sense that she doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And it does cast more suspicion on who is Agnes.
It seems like Agnes definitely knows what's going on.
Oh,
She was
absolutely.
even telling Herb, like, shut up, like, don't say what you're gonna say. What do you think Herb was gonna say? He said, we're all
Trapped?
we're all scared of you guys, so we
Both-
called in help. Like,
Yeah. But how would they even...
you definitely called the whole, like, when you were comparing this to Thor's hammer in Thor, and how they kind of, S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of set up around it. It does seem like that's what they're doing. Wanda had some sort of event happen, and Sword is set up around her.
Yeah, because the last shot with the, like, I want to call it a Technicolor bubble, because that's what
Yeah.
it looked like.
The annihilation zone.
Yeah, but they just had, like, the spotlights around it and nothing else.
Now, okay, so if Sword deals with, like, intergalactic space stuff, right? Are we to believe this isn't on Earth, then? Because it looked pretty earthy from the billboard and everything.
So if I was to connect it, I would say that that you could argue that the last time we saw Nick Fury was in space. So this could just be Shield's gone, but this is his own, like, intelligence network or something that he started.
Yeah, maybe he's working with Sword and he
Or
sent them
started
down.
Sword, or
Started Sword,
who
yeah.
knows?
Because we haven't had Sword so far.
Right.
In the movies.
Yeah, we know nothing about them.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we say that, should we keep calling her Geraldine? Let's keep calling her Geraldine. Geraldine, worst secret agent of all time?
Well, she doesn't know anything. Like, she doesn't know what she's doing. So I don't know if we
But she knew about Pietro and
yeah.
Ultron.
That was a Goosebumps line for me. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, snap.
Yeah. And it definitely seemed like, it didn't seem like one of those things where the memory came to her and she realized she remembered this. It looked like she was weighing whether to say this or not and then decided to say it.
For me, it kind of did look like it just came to her. Like it was a memory that was being bogged down, and all of a sudden when she brought up her brother's name was Pietro, it like something clicked in her mind about it, and that's why she said that. Now, but the way she said it though kind of sounded evil. Like, didn't it have kind of like a mischievous like tone to it?
See the way, and this
Like,
to me makes it seem like they're trying to jog Wanda's memory because she said, like you said, mischievous. Like there was definitely some intent there, and I feel like she said it with this is going to wake her up.
What do you think about? So, what do you think about when Vision was kind of had that jump cut where he said like,
Yeah.
oh, I think something terrible is going on or whatever
Yeah.
he said, and then just kind of a jump cut. I honestly was like, did we just like rewind on accident? Did it
Right.
skip? And then you see he's saying something completely different. That's got to be all Wanda, right?
Absolutely, 100% all Wanda.
Which makes you think like, so is she just? What's the point of Vision being there if she's just going to manipulate him too? It makes me feel like he's not really there.
If this whole thing is Wanda's perfect world, if this is all Wanda's construct, then it makes sense that Vision would be there because Vision would be a part of it. But like we're saying, how much agency does he actually have?
Yeah.
And it seems like Wanda's done a great job with him because he is curious, especially in this episode. He is curious. He is questioning. He is wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
He's not lulled into a false sense of security. And you feel like if he was only controlled by Wanda or anything like that, he wouldn't have those independent thoughts to himself.
Yeah, or the independent conversations and stuff. Like,
Right, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we've seen like probably 75% of the trailer footage so far. So we got to be getting into some new stuff. Like,
Yeah, other than, I think the only thing from the trailers that we haven't seen is the Halloween.
Yeah, the Halloween stuff.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so I feel like the Halloween stuff's got to be the next episode, and then after that, who knows where we are?
Man, I'm already like, who knows where we are.
I can't wait for the next episode.
I can't wait. Like we were saying, like how we wish there was 2 episodes this week. It just felt like we didn't get enough.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, 26 minutes is just not enough.
No,
WandaVision, man.
Not for how much I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait until it's done so I can watch it all the way.
Did
through
I
if
not
want
say
to.
that
Yeah.
it would be better to binge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I went back and rewatched the first 2 episodes. I actually will give the second episode a bit more credit than I did the first time we recorded this. There's something about how it gave us a bit more of the story and like what's going on that I really appreciate, and the tone of it was great too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention the kids, Billy and Tommy.
Billy and Tommy. Yeah. Super exciting.
Are we to like assume now that they're gonna be like 20 in the next episode because they're already born and all happened this episode?
Who knows? Just background, because as soon as they talked about their names, like I was on alert already.
Yeah.
But just for background again for the comics primer here. So in the comics, Wanda creates her twins out of nothing, kind of like what we see in the show. And it's later revealed that the twins were created from pieces of Mephisto's soul. Mephisto in Marvel Comics is kind of their version of the devil, just to brush over it. That's
Gotcha.
super vague. He's the one who later on makes a deal with Peter Parker to re-hide his secret identity from the world in exchange for something else.
So now that you say that, are you thinking that's going to pop up in Spider-Man 3?
I almost wonder if Mephisto's not the villain in this because of that connection.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
So Wanda creates her kids from the souls, from two parts of Mephisto's soul. Eventually, he reabsorbs them back, and it was revealed that they weren't ever real; they were just construct. And then later on,
and is that what gets Wanda to snap?
Not that by itself, but it's kind of a build-up things. And then later on, it's revealed that her kids were reincarnated into. I'm not going to remember their last names, but Billy and Tommy. Billy, who joined what was joined the
Maximoff?
No, because they're reincarnated into like different families. It's like Billy Shepherd, I think, and Tommy, I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay.
But they have, so Tommy has super speed and looks a lot like Quicksilver, and then Billy has magical abilities, and they're twins. They look alike, and they join the Young Avengers, and there's all of that. So I almost wonder if we're not going to get these kids out of this.
I'm kind of hoping that Geraldine was created by Wanda, and what we see at the end when she goes to the other realm or whatever, we're assuming is our planet.
The real world.
Yeah, the real world. I'm hoping that she wasn't real and she was made real now. Like, so that anything that Wanda makes in here, like, we could pull Vision out. Anything she makes,
we could pull the
become
kids out. We could, that'd be cool.
I want to make a wild prediction.
All right, let's go for it.
Maybe not that wild, but just based on what you're telling me and what I think I know about the comics and just how crazy we've gotten so far, I think we're going to get X-Men in this. I really think that we're going to get X-Men in this. I know it seems like since they announced the Fox X-Men or Disney merger, every Marvel movie or project, everyone's like, oh yeah, this is where we're going to get X-Men. This is how they're going to introduce X-Men. I really think this is where they're going to introduce X-Men. And you know the early reports we got of Evan Peters?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I'm starting to think he is going to be Quicksilver from Days of Future Past. Because hear me out. We already know that Kevin Feige met with Patrick Stewart because to play Professor X, and he turned it down, right?
Right.
Or it wasn't even said what happened, but he said that he didn't want to bring back that character after Logan, right? But money talks, right? And it's Kevin Feige and Disney, and they have money. I'm just saying, Kevin Feige obviously isn't opposed to bringing new old characters back from the X-Men universe.
It's an interesting theory.
Otherwise, why wouldn't they say who Evan Peters is playing? You know what I mean?
Did they? I don't think they ever officially confirmed Evan Peters was in it, did they?
When Deadline or Variety reports something, they're more connected than Disney is, so they know.
That's fair.
But
Ian McKellen was the beekeeper, and it's actually Magneto. Okay, all right, I got it.
But that would be a great way because then you could bring in Fassbender. You could bring in anybody you want at that point. Like you could even bring in Ian McKellen to be the dad. You know, which kind of be age-wise a little off, but
whatever.
Could be. You don't know what he was doing in his 40s.
It's a whole new universe. Who knows?
But that solves everything as far as everyone's been wondering how they're going to bring X-Men in. The timelines wouldn't add up. They were just in a different universe this whole time.
Are they going to bring them in through a Disney Plus TV show?
I think they could. I think they're banking on...
Could they? Yes. Will they? I don't know. I'm not.
Disney Plus.
Sold.
Disney Plus gets 1 million more subscribers the day that an episode launches with an X-Men crossover. Oh, the X-Men are in the MCU now. You got to get Disney Plus. Everybody who doesn't have it is getting it, or at least everybody who has it, who's watching it, who hasn't watched WandaVision yet, is going to watch it.
Yeah, but if it happens in like episode 7 or 8,
I think it'll probably have to be a later episode. Yeah, but that seems like the big reveal.
Are people going to sit through? Because I just know the way people think. They're going to be like, well, it happens in episode 8. I need to watch the first 7. And are they going to sit through that just to get to that?
I mean, when you hear that like a artist you love is featured on another album that's coming out, but it's on like the 20th song, you just go to that song. I mean, I think people will just go to that episode, you know?
Yeah, but
how many people do you think went to, spoilers for Mandalorian season finale? How many people do you think didn't watch Mandalorian and just watched the season finale to see Luke?
No,
probably people out there.
I don't know, because I think
people
were. If you were interested in Star Wars, you were watching Mandalorian. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But okay, anything else you want to add? Because I think I
I'm ready to score it.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna say probably within the last like 3 episodes or 2 episodes, we'll get Quicksilver or an X-Men character from the Fox universe in WandaVision. But as far as scoring, this is a tough one to score because I don't know if I laughed a lot more at the first 2 episodes, but this one definitely gave us the most as far as what's going on, right? I think I'm going to give it, this could change, but I think I'm going to give it an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as my excitement level for the next episode, though, I'm way more excited for the next episode than I was for this episode, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm with you there. And it's, for me, the difficulty in scoring is in how much my excitement about what's to come and what this set up is factoring into that score. I think, you know what? I think the episode overall, I think I'll go with, I think an 8 seems fair.
8? Yeah, I think it seems fair.
I tried to talk myself into both a 9 and a 7, like, while you were talking, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
8 seems right. We'll go with an 8.
Like, yeah, I feel like this could change for sure, especially once this is all done and we go back and rewatch it. I feel like this could change for sure. But yeah, 8 sounds like the number for this episode.
All right. So before we end it, Agnes theories. Do you have any?
She's probably. I think we kind of talked about this off camera. I have a little bit of a theory that I think a lot of people have this theory now that Mephisto is going to be her husband. Is going to be Ralph.
I feel like they're definitely teasing the husband enough where the husband's something.
I think it would be hilarious though if they never bring the husband up ever, and then maybe in like the last episode she's like, "Oh, everybody meet Ralph," and then it cuts. Like that would be pretty funny. And I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that.
Yeah.
But she definitely knows more than what she's leading on. Yeah.
And she knows more, and I feel like she's definitely independent from SWORD or any other agency that we've seen in this.
It seems like everyone else in this universe, other than Wanda and Vision, they're scared of her too, because Herb was gonna tell Vision, "Oh yeah, we're all," and she was like, "No," and he stopped. He got scared, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They are either scared of her, or at the very least, she's the leader of the survivors in this. I guess. You know. But yeah, I'm excited. There's so much. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to come.
So mad we have to wait a whole week for another episode, but man.
All right, take us out.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching our episode 3 of WandaVision review, and we can't wait to see you.
All right, see you next time.